Welcome to Android Industries. In every Android facility, safety is the overriding priority. Android Industries has established safety procedures, emergency plans, and general guidelines that must be followed by all visitors and employees alike. Please see your host for plant rules that may not be a part of the general video guidelines. This video presentation separates information into 3 sections: emergency procedures, safety guidelines, and general rules. The first section of this video will show where evacuation exits and shelter areas are located, what audible emergency signals mean and what they sound like, and where medical and first aid facilities, emergency telephone, and fire extinguishing equipment are located. Android Industries evacuation exits and shelter areas are illustrated on maps throughout the plant. These maps are posted at numerous locations for your reference. Exit doors are clearly marked with an illuminated red exit sign. Shelter areas are marked, indicating their borders. Additionally, our restrooms are considered shelter areas. In the event of emergency that might require evacuation of the building or taking shelter within, you would hear a loud signal. The take shelter signal sounds like this. Go directly to the closest shelter area shown on the map. Stay away from windows and doors. Do not attempt to leave the plant. You're safer inside. The evacuation signal and fire alarm sounds like this. Proceed to the nearest evacuation exit. You will be told when the emergency is over by an announcement over the PA system. In the event of an emergency, remember to stay calm. Do not panic. Follow all the general safety rules. If first aid is needed, contact the person nearest to you for help. First aid kits are available on designated building columns for minor cuts or abrasions. AI emergency first responders are available to assist with more severe accidents or injuries until 911 services respond. All accidents must be reported. Eye wash stations are located where the possibility of paint and other chemical exposure exists. Fire extinguishers are located throughout the facilities. Their locations are identified by signs and a red stripe near the top of the building columns. To report an emergency, injury, fire, or to request assistance, dial 911 on the nearest phone. Section 2 deals with safety guidelines. Protective equipment such as eye and ear protection, appropriate footwear, clothing, and potential hazards such as machinery and moving vehicles. When entering our plant, you must first sign in at the front desk. This provides us with an adequate list of who's in our building in case of an emergency. A visitor badge will be provided for you, and you must be escorted on the shop floor at all times. A safety vest may be required when on the shop floor, so please see your host for local guidelines. A guest badge with a picture ID will be provided to those who will be a regular visiting guest. While in our plant, we require you to wear approved safety glasses, which can be obtained at the front desk. These are required in all areas of the plant floor except behind the guardrails outside the offices. Be aware that soft plastic temporary side shields attached to regular glasses will not be permitted. Hearing protection or disposable earplugs are available before entering areas with high sound levels. Appropriate footwear is each visitor's personal responsibility. However, admissions to the plant floor may be withheld if you're wearing open-toed or open-heeled shoes, slippers or sandals, shoes with over 2-inch heels, and shoes without leather uppers. Other items to be avoided are very loose garments, flowing or baggy clothes, or long scarves. These items are not compatible with possible hazards that exist everywhere in the plant. Hair that is longer than shoulder length must be tied back and above the shoulders if working at Android. You must stay alert for wet floors or spills, potential trip hazards such as tools, air hoses, loose mats, power cords, or loose material. You need to be aware of suspended or raised loads. Do not walk under them. Also, moving machinery and conveyor belts. Do not lean on or touch any moving parts or machinery. Be aware of workers' positions and jobs. Do not stand directly behind them. They may not have seen you enter their work area. When walking through the plant, be especially alert for any vehicle traffic. Do not talk on your mobile phone or read and take notes while walking in the plant. For your safety, keep your attention focused on your surroundings. Pedestrian aisles are marked by green borders. Be aware of forklifts, carts, and tricycles that are traveling with you. Never climb or walk over the top of material or shipping pallets. Take the safer route and walk around it. Whether you're about to enter an aisle or you're coming to an aisle intersection, stop and look both ways before proceeding. Exercise the same caution exiting any doorway adjacent to vehicle traffic. Never walk through storage areas. They have a high rate of high-low traffic and material moving, making it unsafe for pedestrians. When approaching a fork truck, sometimes called a high-low, make eye contact with the driver and stay at least 2 feet or an arm's length away. Pedestrians have the right-of-way, but make sure to keep eye contact with the driver. Be aware of color-coded lights and take proper action. Finally, in Section 3, we will cover general rules and topics such as our smoking policy, walking into a work zone or assembly area, vehicle and equipment usage, and access to restricted areas and recording devices. Smoking is restricted in our buildings. Please see your host for local guidelines. If you smoke, please see your host about the designated smoking areas and extinguish your cigarette butts in a proper container, not on the ground. Please observe danger signs around areas that may have flammable liquids or gases present. No outside chemicals may be brought into our facilities without prior approval, and an MSDS sheet must be submitted to safety engineering. Running is strictly forbidden. There's no good reason for it. You become the hazard. Walking is the best way to see Android in action. Before entering a work zone, make sure you have permission of the line leader. Do not interfere with the workers or their areas. Only authorized employees are allowed to operate machinery of any type. This includes all power vehicles and all power tools, presses, conveyors, hoists, controls, or machines. Areas that have restricted access are marked with caution signs. Admittance requires additional safety precautions and security clearance. It is also prohibited to be on the roof. Use handrails when ascending or descending the stairwells. Be aware of the no-walk zones. Some areas may be closed with temporary barricades. Please go around. Follow correct lockout, tagout rules and procedures as directed by OSHA and Android Industries. Construction activity and traffic are also common occurrences. Be aware of dock high-lows and moving carts. They may move without warning. Exercise caution around these areas. Recording devices such as cameras, tape recorders, and camcorders require prior permission for entry. If these items are necessary, request your host to make proper arrangements. If you have any questions concerning emergency, safety, or general procedures, please ask your host for clarification. When leaving the building, please return safety glasses, your visitor badge, and sign out. Have a safe visit at Android Industries.